Hi everybody, welcome to another weekly Talk to Georgian live chat. My name is Jenny Thompson. I am the social media specialist here at Georgian College, and today we are going to be talking all about student services. So in just a minute, we're going to have a couple of fantastic guests join us. First up, we're going to have Kailey Hawkins, who is one of our amazing student recruitment specialists here at Georgian College. And then we are going to be bringing in Kate Henry, who's mental health and well-being coordinator for Georgian's mental health strategy. So you might be wondering, student services are running only online right now. So how do you even access them? Or how can you find out what student services there are in the first place? What student services can help me with remote learning right now? And how can Georgian support you with your mental health and well-being? So now, before we jump into some questions, we often do get a lot of questions from our international students. So I want to share a couple, some information with you. So if you do have questions, if you are an international student, this would be the main contacts for our international team. So if you do have any kind of quarantine questions or housing questions, you're going to want to email intlhousing@GeorgianCollege.ca. And if you have any general international questions, that can be anything at all from just, student experience, from, visa, travel, insurance, all kinds of stuff. You can connect with our international team here in Canada at international@GeorgianCollege.ca. And they are also on Instagram. So for sure, give them a follow. They're at the handle IC Georgian, like the letters IC and then Georgian. They are a fantastic group of people. They're super knowledgeable about all kinds of international issues and what our international students are experiencing. So definitely give them a follow. They post lots of updates there. And they also host live chats on there 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for sure you can, connect with them there and get your questions answered that way as well. As always, as well, our website is a wonderful, wonderful resource. So if you have any kinds of questions about anything we're talking about today or about anything else related to Georgian, you can always check out our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. I just want to show you where a couple really important links are right now, where to find those. So this is our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. Lots of great info on here. What I mainly want to bring your attention to is this bright orange bar across the top. Can't miss it. This is where we're going to post super important links. So the first one up here is Winter 2021 program delivery information. So if you click on there, it's actually going to take you to this page. And it's a special page that we've designed just for our students in Winter 2021 who need to know more information about their programs and courses and how they're going to be delivered. So there's links over here just to make it even easier, COVID-19 updates off this page for domestic and international students. You can connect with a recruiter. But the main tool is the program search tool. So you can scroll down or you can click there and it brings up this really handy chart. So it breaks down by program code. Here's your program. And if you actually type in your program here in the search bar, it'll pop up down below and it will show you whether it's remote or in person. And it will and that'll help you break it down by, what your campus location is, what year, what semester you're taking, all that good stuff. So it will show you everything you need to know about how your program is being delivered. There's also additional info here as well. So that's super handy. And then also back up at that orange bar is what to expect on campus. So if you click on there, so this is it's updated for the fall semester. We will update this, of course, for our winter semester as well with what any kind of changing information you may need. It's super handy because it breaks it down by everything from who's allowed on campus to what kind of face coverings you need, different safety protocols, what's open and closed, what to know about parking, or we do have designated entrances, so you can only get into the buildings at certain spots, so you'll want to check that out. Again, lots more information on there. So if you scroll down, there's lots of information that we really recommend you check out. including, so if you are planning on being on campus, you do need to complete the online training module, and this you can find on Blackboard. So it doesn't take very long at all, but you can find more information about it here and what to know. As well, we have our Safe at Georgian app. You can download that anywhere you can get apps. And there is a COVID-19 screening assessment on here. And so you can complete that ahead of time on the day you're going to go into campus. It takes like 30 seconds. And then you won't have to wait in line or anything. You can just show that to a screener at the door and they can let you in quicker. So that's handy. So lots of information there. As well, the last thing to note is our COVID-19 updates page, again, in that bright orange tab across the top. So if you click on there, you will find this page here. You're going to find all our, key fall and winter semester dates up here. So we always have some key dates to know there. As well, along the side, you can find it broken down by semester, by different categories. So it's really easy to find the information you're looking for. A lot of our commonly asked questions are answered on here. So if there's something you're wondering about, chances are we've already answered it. So definitely check that out. As well, we have a separate page just for our international students. So again, if you are an international student, you can click on this and it will take you here. And this breaks down even more information, up to date. Again, here's more information about those live chat sessions, as well as, frequently asked questions on fees, immigration, housing, all kinds of stuff. We do have information from us as well as the government on here. So that is super handy. And one last thing I want to mention as well is our remote learning support page. So we know that most of you are studying remotely right now or online. So we do have a remote learning and supports page. And how you get to that is just at GeorgianCollege.ca. And then under the student life tab here across the top, there's a remote learning section here. And so if you click on there, it will take you to this page. So this is broken down even more again by, different categories you might be interested in. We've got our fantastic Georgian Learning Guarantee that you're going to want to check out and learn more about. As well as we've got information for domestic and international students on here. And again, we are going to talk about this today as well in our student services chat, but you can learn more about our student services on this page as well. It's broken down by each student service and how to contact them. So that's a really great support there as well. Awesome. So thank you guys for that. Now that I've sufficiently talked your ears off, let's jump right back into our topic of the day today, which is student services. So for sure, if you have any questions at any point, please feel free to put them in the comment box down below, and we will do our best to get through as many as we can today. So first up, we're going to be bringing in Kailey Hawkins. And here we go. And she's a specialist here at Georgian College. Hi, Kailey.
Hey, friend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, it took me a second to remember how to log into this. It's been a while since we've...
That's right. We've got the dream team. Kailey and I have done a few of these now.
Yeah, this is our third or fourth, I think. You'd think I'd remember how to log in. Here we are.
Yeah, we're on so many different things, on so many different online platforms these days.
It's true.
So I guess first of all, can you tell us a bit more about what the student recruitment team does at Georgian?
Sure. So my title is Student Recruitment Specialist, and what we do. That's a big question. We're here to help. So we're typically the people that would be the first folks that people might meet. If this was a non-COVID year, then we'd be all over the province, going to fairs and employment centers and community centers, libraries, schools, everywhere. And we would be talking about who we are as an institution, how to connect with us, what we offer, the supports that we have financially, and all that kind of good stuff. So we're sort of generalists. We know lots of things, or a few things about lots of stuff, and we're the first place people come to get connected. So you would come to me if you were thinking to yourself, I don't even know where to begin. I'm in high school. I'm curious about this particular program, or I'm a mom of 4 and the last child just left the nest, and I'm ready to look forward with my next career, and I don't know where to begin. So you'd start with us, and you can either book a one-to-one phone appointment with us. Like in COVID, of course, it's a little bit different for accessibility with regard to we're not actually going to hang out in person. But you can totally reach out to us, and you can I'll show you some connectivity when we get to the website part, but you can email us, you can phone us, you can book a phone appointment. There's events, there's all kinds of ways that we try as much as possible to be accessible, to answer as many questions as we can. Mm-hmm. That's sort of a long-winded answer, I guess.
No, I like it. It's good. You offer lots of information about lots of things. So we do have a question here. It's a little bit I don't know if it's quite on student services, but I think you would have the answer for this person. So
right. Let's give her a go.
There's a question here from Juaxen, who's asking, how much time will it take to get an acceptance from Georgian College?
Sure. So it kind of depends on when you're applying. Right now, we're prioritizing winter acceptance in an effort to try and process as many of those as we can, with the caveat, just so that you know as well, recruitment and admissions are 2 different departments at Georgian. So what my role is to help you understand how to apply, to make that application, how to get connected. But after a student actually applies, we don't have a lot to do with that. But it's my understanding that typically in a typical cycle, I guess, we're looking at a couple of weeks, like 2 to 3 if you're looking for next September. Actually, no, let me take that back. If you're looking for January, they're trying to process these as quickly as possible, but recognizing there's quite a bit of volume right now. And so I would say probably 2 weeks after you've made your application. If you don't hear anything, then you can reach out to us or continually check your portal. If you're looking for next September, and I spoke out of turn there, then right now we're in a period of what is known as equal consideration. So if you're applying for September 2021, we don't even start to look at applications until after February 1st. So after that point, you could hear within a couple of weeks, but if there's supplemental requirements that are outstanding, like the health occupational aptitude examination or a portfolio or something to that effect, it may take a bit longer. But we try and get to you within a couple of weeks.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah, we've got a comment here from Petrolhead. I'm assuming he was into cars. 965 says, I got mine in like 2 weeks. So there you go.
They do try and be as timely as we can, because of course we want you to have the information so that you can choose Georgian. But there is quite a bit of volume, especially by virtue of the fact that we just had our open house. So there's been lots of traffic and lots of great questions and things coming through, but we do try and get to it as quickly as we can.
Mm-hmm. And I understand too that there's a student recruitment team for international students as well. So if we do have international students watching, how would they get in touch with them or learn more?
Yeah, so I'm going to try and turn my camera around and show you on the website. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So if you go here under the, let's go to admissions. So if you're looking for international admissions, then if you click on the admissions tab, then you're going to be able to come to this kind of general page, and then you can go to the international admissions page. From there, you're going to find all kinds of information specific to the questions that international students need to know. There's going to be some information about admission requirements, English language proficiency, how to apply, how to accept your offer. I would start here first, to be honest, if you've got questions. And you did a great job before we came live here with you and I with going over some of the other pieces of the website. But quite honestly, most of the information is here. It might take a minute to seek it out and to find it. But if you have general questions, then this email address right here, international@GeorgianCollege.ca, would be a great place to start. That's the general inbox for students with international inquiries. And if you don't know who to direct your question to, that's a great place to begin, because then it can be triaged to the right person to answer your question.
Perfect. And we have a question here from, Oh, it's so hard to tell with people's handles. Nida Hanfi, who's asking, can you give me the information regarding services provided in quarantine? So I know that we've got lots of that may be multi-layered, but I'm thinking if we can stick to sort of that sort of idea that if you're in quarantine or if you're studying remotely or wherever you may be, our student services are still online, right? So how would people be able to access them?
I'm going to go back to the site, and I'm going to send you back to where you were just a moment ago as far as the remote access. So let's go to Student Life, and we're going to click on that. And that's going to take you to the landing page for all things to do with student life. So over here, I guess I got to turn this a little bit. You can see student services. So if I click on this guy, then that takes us to the general landing page for student services. So on this page, you're going to be able to get some information about, what student services are. Up here, we're going to come here next, remote learning and supports. Here, connect with a recruiter if you want to talk with me or any of my colleagues. And then down here, a little bit of information about the kinds of supports that are available. If you're curious, what is accessibility? How does that work? What kinds of health services are available to students? I'm Indigenous. What is available to support me? Now, if you want to go up and see what's available remotely, here's the link for that. So if you click on this guy, this takes you back to the page that you were at a few moments ago, Jenny. But I want to go one step deeper. So again, if we're like, okay, well, I'm interested in accessibility. I'm curious. I want to talk with somebody. If I click on this, then a drop down is going to open up and it's going to show me how to access this information. So you can learn more. There's hours of operation. So Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can reach them by phone. Now, again, it's broken down by campus here. So BA stands for Barrie, bearing in mind, again, that we've got 7 campuses at Georgian. If you're at Midland, Muskoka, or Orillia, then it's this phone number here. Owen Sound, Orangeville, and South Georgian Bay is this one, or you can email them, just like I was pointing out for the international the international inbox. This is a general inbox for students' success. So you can email them if you're like, I don't know who I need to talk to, but I just need to talk to somebody. Then they can hook you up from there and send that to the right person. So everything is here. Field placement information, the bookstore, the food locker, financial aid and OSAP. This is a great site, and it will definitely direct you to the information or the how to get the information that you're looking for.
Perfect. Yeah, tons of information on there. That's fantastic. And one service that we get a lot of questions about is the library. So they're still running online right now, but for instance, at with the library, people can still go onto the campus to use a computer. So can you tell us more about how they can access that service?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, there's a little event that's not little, it's a cool event that's happening tonight. I'm going to tell you about that as well. But first, let's go and figure out again via the website how to find the library information so that if you're at home following along, you can do this yourself. So back at the main page, GeorgianCollege.ca, if you go over here once again to Student Life and you click on that or hover over that rather, down here, Library and Academic Success, click on this, and here's the library page. So they've got information here if you want to book a computer. So I don't know whether this, I'm sorry, I was multitasking in my brain and I can't follow 2 things at once. But if one of your questions was, how do you book a library computer? This is how. So you can do that here. And what you'll do is you can book at Barrie, Owen Sound, and Orillia. If you've got questions about how to get resources and what does that look like as far as holding and picking those things up and things of that nature. But what I wanted to show you is this guy up here. So late night at the library, I reached out to a couple of my buddies in the library area, Gail and Dale. Gail's out of the Barrie campus, Dale's out of Owen Sound, and they were telling me about this super cool event that if I was a student, this would have been completely up my alley. So this is an opportunity that if you need research help, writing help, math help, tutoring, late night at the library. And essentially what it is that you're going to have staff online until 11 p.m. So it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's tonight. It's the last one. So you can get, it's all library and academic success services are going to be online until 11. You can click on this guy here and we'll see what the scoop is exactly for tonight. So research help, you can get Ask ON, multiple Georgian staff to help. If you're looking for a one-to-one appointment with a library technician, you can do that here. There's a 1-800 number for one-to-one help. This is all for research. So math help, this would have been where I would have definitely benefited. Math is not my forte. So I would have been here for math help, working through concepts and building skills, writing help, editing and revising. And the thing here, I just want to point out when you're talking about these things, you may think to yourself, I don't know if it's really worth it. You got nothing to lose. And what I'll also say is this: we've had frequent instances of stories where students have increased like a full letter grade because someone was able to review their grammar and was able to see an error that perhaps after the 5th time you've revised your own project, you don't see it anymore. So a fresh set of eyes is never a bad idea. And this is a support system that's there to help you. I mean, they're going to be online till 11. You can go and keep them company. And yeah, there's tutoring available if you're in a specific program like nursing or marine. I don't know. I think this is really, really fantastic. And I would have been all over this action if this had been an option when I was in school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they offer so much, and they're so fun. They really are. Like, if anybody's sort of intimidated or nervous about it, don't worry. They're super fun. They're really friendly people. Very kind. I've pinned their Instagram handle down there as well. They have a lot of fun on there on social media, sort of at the bottom of your screens, at Georgian College Library, and they're also on Twitter at Georgian Library. So go say hi.
I want to point out too, there's some contact information up here at the top, but I mean, guys, there's prizes. You can win like a Soundcore Liberty Air 2 wireless earbud set, gift cards, skip the dishes, DoorDash, pizza. Come on. Like that sounds pretty fantastic.
Yeah. Free pizza. You can't argue with free pizza.
I never do.
Me neither.
So yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And that's tonight. So make sure you look that up. If you're a current student and you're like, look them up.
Yeah, for sure. And if you do miss tonight, they still offer all these services like tutoring and writing center and math help and research help. So you can always
that's the constant. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and if anybody has any additional questions about Georgian services, or really honestly like any other questions about Georgian, because I see we're getting a lot of questions coming up. Some from international students wondering about some issues, as well as some students wondering about specific programs like PSW, hotel and resort management. I'm seeing lots of other questions. We're not going to be able to get to them all today, but we do have some Get to Know Georgian events coming up this month and next month.
We sure do.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see if I can pull up the website for that one. I'm going to try and do this. I didn't have that one ready. So, Get to Know Georgian. Get to know us. We have found it can be challenging to access folks when we can't actually go out into the community. So we're trying to think outside the box, and we're opening up some evening sessions in an effort to be outside of traditional working hours for folks that may have the day job thing and are thinking about something else. So there's going to be 4 instances of this event. And the first one's tonight. I can't remember what time it is, which is bad. I think it's at 6.
Yes, 6 to 7.
So my 2 colleagues are hosting this one tonight, and I'm going to tune in just to kind of watch because I have to do the one next week. And essentially what it's going to be is you're going to have an opportunity to meet with 2 recruiters. So one of them is going to be kind of on screen answering questions. I believe they're going to do a version of our Georgian overview for our PowerPoint to talk generally about who we are as an institution, where we're located, what we offer. So if you're coming and you're like, well, I don't know anything about Georgian, this is the chance to get to know who we are. So I found the site, very excited. So here we are. So Get to Know Georgian, and you can find this simply if you go up here to this looks like the letter Q. It's a search bar. If you click on that guy, then you can search for Get to Know Georgian, and it'll take you here. So this event is going to tell you, again, well, this page rather, it's going to tell you when it's happening, how to log in, information about how to apply. There's clicks here for the career match quiz. If you're thinking, well, you know, I don't know what I want to do. Top reasons to attend. So again, this is going to tell you a little bit about who we are as an institution, what makes us different from other schools across the province, and what it is that we do that people love. Finding your programs. So we have 130 programs. That can feel a little bit overwhelming, and maybe you don't even know that what it is that we do. So we'll give you an overview of that. Some next steps, talking about admission criteria, and a Q&A session. So just like we're doing right now, you'll be able to have some specific recruitment Q&As, and there'll be 2 recruiters on tonight. So yeah, it's a great opportunity for connectivity, to get to know our team, and to ask us some questions. And yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, that'll be so exciting. It'll be great to see everybody there.
Yeah.
So I think we'll wrap it up with you there for today, but thank you so much, Kailey, for your time today.
Oh, it's always nice, always fun.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kailey, for joining us. I'm seeing lots of other kind of questions coming in. So again, like Kailey mentioned, if you've got questions about Georgian, you know, I've seen questions coming in about co-op, about the winter 2021 intake, about different programs and what we offer. Really anything related to Georgian, you can head over to Get to Know Georgian. The first one that Kailey mentioned is tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you go to our website, GeorgianCollege.ca/get-to-know-Georgian, it will take you there, and you can get all the information that you need for the event. I see that we've had Kim in the comments has answered one of our questions. I've seen a few people asking about registration for winter 2021. That is taking place between December 8th and 10. So you'll have to check Banner for your specific date and time. So please do that. So for anyone who's just joining us, we are chatting about student services today. If you've missed any questions, we are going to be posting this live chat to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube after it's done this afternoon. So please visit it there, share it with your friends and family, with your peers. And in a minute, we're going to be chatting about how we can support your mental health here at Georgian as well. And we know we are focused on just this one topic of student services, but we do want to support you if you have questions about other things as well. So again, we would really urge you to check out our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. There's tons and tons of resources on there, all about what we're chatting about today, as well as all other topics too from under the sun. You know, we've got our COVID-19 updates page. It's got a lot of commonly asked questions that we've answered on there for domestic and international students, you know, as well as everything from academics to athletics to, you know, everything in between. Co-op resources and information are on there as well. So definitely take a look. So now we are going to jump back into some more questions. Thank you so much for sticking with us today. We are going to tackle some what to know about mental health and well-being here at Georgian and how we can support you. So we're going to be bringing in Kate Henry, who is, let's see here. She is the mental health and well-being coordinator for Georgian's mental health strategy. Okay, just bear with me for a moment. Okay, awesome. So we're going to get Kate connected here and chat with her a little bit about that. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So, so tell me more about counseling. So we know that, you know, lots of people can have different kinds of feelings these days, especially being, you know, being more isolated than normal. Is there a cost for counseling, first of all?
There's not, no. So students have access to free and confidential counseling at Georgian. Our counselors are working remotely, so they are virtual appointments. So that's either by telephone or video. And they can really be for as little or as many sessions as is needed and that's decided between the student and the counselor. And I know I've been here for Kailey's session as well, and I know you're saying lots of international questions are coming in. So I just like to add that if you are a student that is not studying in Canada, like you're studying in your home country, our counselors are unable to actually support you for legal reasons, but you still do have supports under your GuardMe insurance. So the Keep Me Safe program that is covered by your GuardMe insurance has free and confidential counseling as well. So that is a resource you can access. You can do that through an app. It's called my ISSP app, or you can call the number. We have all this information listed on the mental health and well-being site on the student portal, and they can either connect you with someone virtually or connect you with a counselor in your home country. So that's kind of an additional resource for our international students who are studying in their home countries right now.
Yeah, fantastic. So we can still support you.
Yes. And if you're unsure of where to start or what you're eligible for or anything like that, you can always connect with us and we're happy to help you navigate that. We know that it can sometimes be a little bit overwhelming, especially when you're already feeling overwhelmed yourself, to try to get to the right support. So we're here to help you through that process as well.
And I'll just show people quickly as well. So if you go to our website, GeorgianCollege.ca, and under the student life tab up here across the top, you will find counseling. So that's probably maybe one of the most direct routes. So if you go there, this is right on our website. You can see, that we do have an email here and a phone number as well that you can contact just to get connected with the counselor or get more information, or if you have a question or whatever. And lots of other really great resources on here as well. There's links to our student portal resources, or you can just head right into the student portal, of course. There's also a link to our mental health and well-being strategic plan, which is new. So maybe there's a segue there. Can you tell us a little bit about more about our new mental health and well-being strategic plan?
Yeah, so we actually just had the opportunity to finally launch the plan. We had really amazing events planned for, I think it was like March 16th, whatever the day the world shut down. That was when our first launch event was. So we had the opportunity to launch the strategic plan in October. So it was really exciting. The plan is really a comprehensive and holistic plan to support students and employees at Georgian at all of our 7 campuses. And if you're studying in your home countries, we're here for you still as well. Mental health, we know, is even more likely a challenge these days with our pandemic. So Georgian's just really working hard to make sure that everyone feels supported, make sure that they know that they're not alone and they're aware of the supports that are available to them and they can easily access those supports. So one thing that we did to try to help enhance the way to access supports is by getting the 1-800 number. So that was how you can access a counselor. It's a toll-free number. So I saw Kailey actually went through this with the accessibility advisors. We're in the process of updating all these websites, but rather than breaking down by campus, we have one number now to access all of our accessibility services, counseling, testing, and co-op and career. So that's really great because it was kind of confusing before with 7 different numbers. So those are just like small things that we're doing right now that are hopefully going to make a really huge difference for folks when they're looking to access supports.
Yeah, fantastic. We want to make it easy as possible for people to get help and or just support. We're here. So,
yeah.
So the weather is getting a little, depending on where you are in the world, I guess. In Canada, here in Ontario, it's getting cooler. We've got snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for students on how to cope if they're feeling anxious, uncertain, overwhelmed, or anything like that as we're heading into those winter months where people might be a little bit more isolated?
For sure. I would say like the number one thing that I like to recommend is to reach out early, reach out for support early and often as much as it's needed. I know that some folks, there's a level of, stigma and fear of reaching out for support. So we just want you to know that you're not alone, and we hope that you can reach out, and the earlier reach out, the more we can provide you with resources and tools to set you up for the long winter months ahead for those of you in Canada. I would say practicing self-care. That's a really important piece. We do run a self-care workshop, the mental health and well-being team. So I encourage you to check out those workshops and join. We have one at 2 o'clock, actually, if you want to join. To get the link for that, you can go to the student portal, to the mental health and well-being page. It says upcoming workshops, and the link to join is right underneath self-care. So you could join, learn different ways to practice self-care, why it's important to practice self-care, what self-care is if you don't know. So I would say that would be a really important one. And then, of course, just kind of being gentle with yourself. We're all kind of navigating this time. It's hard. We're going through lots of changes. So just knowing that you're not alone and there are people here to support you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you reminded me too of when you mentioned the workshop that we have our GC at 3 as well. Can you tell people what that is?
Yeah, totally. So that is, if you come to the self-care workshop, we right into GC at 3. So every weekday, so Monday to Friday, at 3 p.m., we meet as a Georgian community to practice 10 minutes of mindfulness. So you can join at 2:50 if you would like, and then we connect for 10 minutes. And then at 3 o'clock, we are led through a mindfulness practice by different facilitators. It's a really great opportunity to connect. Mindfulness is a really great opportunity to learn about different ways to help take care of yourself. It maybe works for you, it maybe doesn't, but you don't know unless you try. So it's a great opportunity to come out and learn about it. It's only 10 minutes, so you kind of get a little taste of what it's like. So yeah, we love it. We have small groups and large groups, so it's really a great opportunity to get together.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Kate. I think we're going to wrap up our chat in a moment, but thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Awesome. So thank you so much to Kailey and to Kate for joining us, for their amazing advice for our students and information for our students. And thank you to all of you for taking the time to join us today, for engaging and sending your comments and your questions. I'm sorry we couldn't get to all of them today. Again, I'd like to reiterate that if you do have any questions that we weren't able to answer, chances are they are answered on our website. So please visit GeorgianCollege.ca. A lot of these questions will be answered on our program pages, on our COVID-19 updates pages for domestic and international students. There's tons and tons of information on there, as well as about where we were chatting about today, about student services and mental health services. So definitely check that out. Again, if you missed previous questions, or if you want to share this with somebody or go over anything, we are going to be posting this live chat to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube this afternoon. So keep an eye out for that, and you can always revisit it anytime. We are going to be back next week with another Instagram live chat that is going to be on Thursday, November 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that one's going to be all about academic and career preparation. So academic and career preparation, or ACP, is a free, goal-directed, flexible, and supportive upgrading program. It accommodates your life while allowing you to bring your reading, writing, math, and essential skills up to a high school level. So bring your questions for our manager of ACP, all about how we can support you, helping you prepare for post-secondary or for your career. In the meantime, please make sure to share this live chat with your friends, your family, and we will see you next week. So stay safe, everybody, and take care. Bye for now.